What's up, good people and bad people and all people who follow me and watch my videos? What's cracking? I am just off work and I am headed to mi casa and wanted to do this video on my way home. I'm not pissed. I was gonna say I'm pretty pissed off, but I'm not pissed. I'm not pissed off. What I am is I am a little angry. I'm a little angry, little disappointed. But the purpose of this video, and why I just couldn't wait to get off work to say the shit I'm gonna say is because of the times that black people are facing, including myself. I've had videos on my heart that I wanted to do that I put off doing. Spiritual videos is included in that, and just my very opinionated videos, Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm gonna be addressing a comment I got on my post about the Asians, the Chinese. Somebody made a comment. If you're watching this video, you know who you are. And it pissed me off in the moment. My heart wasn't racing that fast, so not like that kind of pissed off, but more of just like, kind of like shut the F up kind of piss off, like, no, So anyway, this happens to me often. This happens to me real often with people who don't know me and know anything about my life. They judge me based off of Facebook posts alone. A lot of times it's, assumptions and things like that. But people that I have real conversations with, that I talk to on the daily, from all walks of life, all skin colors, all nationalities, they understand where I come from, why I post the things I post, as far as social media goes, and why I feel the way I feel, and the things that, because they actually hear about the shit that I deal with pretty much every day. Just a little, before I really get into it, I work with white supremacist people, like people who literally say they are white supremacists. Like I'm the only black person, not just black man, I'm the only black person in the company that I work for. And it's a company, $1 million a year annually company. So it's a pretty big company. And I'm the only black person in the company. So y'all don't know my life. You don't know my struggle. I'll probably do a video, just a separate video, just to talk about the things that I deal with, and how I have to be, and how strong it's actually made me as a black man. And I say black, I always got to do this in my videos because you got Hebrew Israelites and people get all sensitive. We're not black. Black is a color. I'm using black as a loose term. We don't have respect here in America, so it really doesn't matter what we call ourselves, unless it's actually a legal, unless we get, legal standpoints on our nationality, which we don't. So it doesn't matter. African American, black, doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's gonna be a separate video I'll do, cause it's getting a little out of hand. It's stuff that kind of, People need to understand. People need to see that this stuff that I post is real talk. And this is hints. Most people couldn't handle the things that I go through and the things I have to deal with. So anyway, about that comment. So this is the thing. We have what's called reverse racism, right? This is a white supremacist term that they try to throw out there to strong black individuals that speak against oppression, systemic oppression, oppression on all levels. And so you have these terms like this, you know, these mentalities like this that were put on us by the dominant society and by those who benefit from the dominant society. So my post was about how the Chinese, the Chinese Asians are, as a culture, as a whole, are taking over, colonizing Africa, and have been colonizing Africa. They already have and colonizing America as well. For those of you who don't know what the fudge is going on in your own country, why do you think Biden, one of his first executive orders in office was protecting the Asian community? These are called groundwork for bigger things. So what are they protecting the Asian community from? Why does the Asian community need protection? If one would ask, right? So for those, you know, for information, for background on that, so they've been trying for a couple of years to paint a negative picture on black men in this specific zone of attacking Asians, and they have been trying to build this up that black people are basically racist against Asians, and Asians need protections set in place by America to make sure that Negroes get punished when they racially abuse, you know, racially motivated abuse against Asians. So, I mean, I grew up in California, so I've never seen or heard any Asian, whether it be Filipino or Chinese, Vietnamese, complain about how they get treated by black people. I've never seen that. I have seen Asians treating black people very bad. The Asian community as a whole. Now, I have Asian friends, love them to death. It's not, I don't really, you know, I don't speak on the individuals that I'm friends with and have family, you know, I don't, that's not how I talk. What I'm talking about is as a group, as a community. What you guys have to understand is that in the Asian culture, it is actually you are anti-black. If I were to go over to China right now, I would experience racism to a whole nother level, because the whole society as a whole is anti-black. From the TV shows to, you know, they even have their own version of nigga. So it's very bad. So when they come over here as immigrants and build their own communities off of the backs of black labor, of years of black labor, what they do is, you know, they have the nail salons, the Chinese food everywhere in the hood. You got all these places that they're able to build because of the funding that they get as being an immigrant in the grants. So, and that money stays in their community. It doesn't go none of it, not one dime or cent, goes to the black community that they are basically piggybacking off of and all that. And so that's why I don't really fault people for thinking that I talk so harsh, because a lot of people don't understand colonization. The only people that would understand colonization are mainly the white supremacists and the African Americans, us. But the problem is everybody has gotten all of their sources from white supremacists and from white people. Everybody gets their talking points, their information, all the way down to their spirituality from European mindsets. And I've had to check my closest friends on this. I've had to check my family on this. I've had to check anybody who questions everything that I post. I've had to check you on it. And the problem, that's the biggest problem. So when you hear or see a black post speaking against, colonization or segregation or against racist or against racism, you tend to have a filter of white supremacy, even if you are Filipino, Mexican, Irish. I don't give a. If you're not black, your filter is that. Now, we do have coon-ass Negroes that, please white mommy and white daddy. We have that. So, but I'm talking about the people whose skin color is not highly melanated like mine. And so when you see me talking so hard against white people or against the Asian community, the Chinese or whatever, you tend to throw out some dumbass fucking words like, oh, you're being racist. What? Okay, so first of all, it's very damn near impossible for a black person to be racist, because we have been subjugated to racism and oppression to this day. And literally to this day. So for a black person to be racist, they would have to be racist against their own people. A black racist looks like a person who doesn't like his own skin. Kamala Harris. What's that? Candace Owens. What's that dumbass football player, ex-football player's name? Can't even talk right. Uneducated ass brother. What the hell is his name? Anyway, you have, that's what racism as a black person looks like when you're racist against your own people. It's impossible to be racist against another group because we're not in charge anywhere. We're not even in charge in Africa. So it's not possible, because racism is a system. It's a systematic it's a systematic system, for lack of better words. So I want to just kill that off the bat. I'm not gonna be like, I have white friends. I got Asian friends. No, I don't need to say all that. I'm just gonna kill it from the root. It's not possible. So that's one thing. Usually, this is why I even told my wife, I was like, it's different when black people don't like white people. It's because of something. It's because of where we're at and how we're treated where we're at. So it's not racist. It's just we don't like how we're treated by the dominant society. And like, I have family who they just don't like white people. And it's like, I can't blame them for not liking white people, because shit, it's hard out here to fully like white people. I mean, I'm keeping it real. For so long, we've had to stay silent because of fear. As I don't know if you guys just saw that flag. As a fear of being treated unfairly at work. Us having to kind of buck our eyes at white folks and make white people feel comfortable and make everybody else around us feel comfortable. So that time has come to an end. Now, another point I want to make is we are growing as a society, as a people, as a culture, as for lack of better, more agreed upon terms, Black Americans, because we're starting to realize that we're a little different than our brothers and sisters in diaspora areas, especially Africa. We're the Most High. We're a little different. That's a whole nother video in itself that I won't touch too much on right now. But point being is that we're starting to find ourselves. We're starting to find our spirituality. We're starting to gain confidence in who we are as a people. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I've had a couple dumbass comments of people telling me, why don't you do something for your people? Why are all you're doing is making posts? Da-da-da-da-da. Again, you don't know what the fuck I'm doing for my people. You don't even know who my people are and what God has told me of who I am to my people and what I'm supposed to be doing for my people. So get that shit out your mouth right now. I had somebody challenge me on that, like, well, why don't you run for office then if you go to Yeah, sure, I'm going to run for office in the same system that oppresses my people, because somehow I'm going to make a change. Even though they killed Martin Luther King, they killed Malcolm X, they killed Gaddafi, who wasn't even American, they killed any Black Messiah type figure and shut them down. But somehow me running for office, for Senate, is gonna change the situation for my people here in America. Somehow more speeches is gonna change. No, that's the mentality of educating and softening the blow for the dominant society. I'm not really for that anymore. I really don't care who understands and who gets it, because what the dominant society has to understand, is that it's your choice to understand Black voices and see the things that Black people are going through. You could see it or you could not see it. You can justify shit if you want. I really don't care, because I'm for awakening my people. And whoever wants to tag along for that, you're more than welcome. If you're white, if you're Asian, if you're Mexican, I really don't care. And anybody that talks to me knows that for sure. I tell people that that I meet out here in the streets, I got stories for days, y'all. The people that I meet out here, white people and whatnot, that, yo, if you follow me on Facebook, if you really want my Facebook, understand I'm pretty Black. I talk a very strong Black game, because this is exactly what I believe, how I feel, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for anybody, because my life isn't sugarcoated. My life here has not been sugarcoated, and I can't. Why would I spare that for white fragility, or for Asian fragility, or for any other fragile-minded race of person, if my life hasn't even done that for me? If my experience here, nobody sugarcoats anything for me. So, or from my people. And so and another part of the comment was, nobody really cares, gosh. Maybe you don't care about your people. Maybe that's what it is when you guys say, why don't you just worry about yourself, Well, who says I'm not? Who says I'm providing for a family of 4, like a 5, 6. I work my ass off. I buy my own stuff. I don't ask my parents for help. I've never had help from my parents financially. I've never had an inheritance to where I can just stack money and get a leg up for myself. My parents didn't teach me shit about finances, and I figured everything out by myself, learning how, making mistakes. So before you make dumbass comments like that, like nobody really cares and everybody just cares about the individual, you don't know what's happening in the black community right now. You have no idea the mindset of black people. So this is how I talk to people who aren't humble. This is how I treat people who are not humble. I give them a big F you, and you could shove it, seriously, because I talk to humble white people all the time. And I've had beers and conversations with full-blown white supremacists, and people who claim they're not racist can't even have a goddamn conversation with me about anything. People who are not racist, quote unquote, have more opinions than these white supremacist people that I talk to. So a big F you, seriously, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, from right here, from the depths of my heart. Because I hate prideful ass people who have their opinions without even knowing what the hell they're talking about. What else? Man, I'm going in right now. Let's see here. So yeah, I really don't care about opinions too much, because my bigger concern is it's for my people first. And I say my people because we're scattered. We're scattered as a community. Like I said, we're just getting to know ourselves and know who we are, and we're just gaining confidence. Everything that we've invented, everything that we literally built America. Literally built America. The America that everybody else is benefiting off of with, school grants and, college tuitions and housing grants and loans. Everything that has been for the benefit of everything and everyone. It's been extremely hard for us to, my people, it's been extremely hard for us to get these loans, to get these grants, even with the, we can't claim we're actually, a lot of us are native. I have an extreme amount of native blood in me. But what benefits do I get, for being a black native, an actual Aboriginal person on this land? They put the more pale skin looking ones, they get all the benefits. Can I claim that? You guys probably don't know about the laws that they had for us claiming our native roots, our native bloodline. That's a whole nother story. In order to get these benefits that the $5 Indians have been benefiting off of. Goodness. So, again, F you to I love being challenged. That's not the F you part. I don't mind being challenged at all, because like I said, I just hate when people are not humble and they throw name calling out there like I'm racist, some dumbass shit like that. It's reverse racism, or why don't you all I see, because that's all you see is posts. You don't know what I do for people. You don't know. And I don't go on Facebook bragging about anything. I have stories for days that y'all just don't know, because I don't put all my business on social media. I learned that a long time ago when I had some witches doing witchcraft on, because I was sharing too much information about my life. So I learned that shit real quick, and had a conversation with Mwanda and Simi, and got led through that for about a month of dealing with things that y'all still don't even know. So, you know, I don't do anything to prove anything. I do things to wake my people up, to give them spiritual tools and resources. I have receipts for everything that I say, everything that I believe, or I have receipts for. So a lot of my stuff really isn't opinion. It's just facts and my strong belief behind it. And that's what's making you and other people feel uncomfortable, is that whiteness that's in you is getting challenged. That fragility is getting pushed. You don't like your buttons pushed. So anyway, it's about 30 minutes of me going off. Hopefully you learned something. If not, just unfriend me, unfollow me. Like, I'm not thirsty for friends. I literally delete friend messages all the time. Yeah, I'm not looking for spotlights or nothing like that. So that's why a lot of things I do is really undercover, and I don't talk about it because I don't have to, and I don't want to, unless it's educating people, unless it's actually helping somebody, and unless I'm led to talk about it, unless I'm led to promote whatever I'm doing. You know, if I'm not led to do something, I just don't do it. That's just how I live my life. That's like one of my mantras. You know, I have to be led in order to do something. Even my posts are led. Like, my decisions in my everyday life are led. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. Kembo Natatanzambi Yama Zulu, Abantu Abangoni. If don't get all your panties in a bunch about cuss words. Like, I thought Chris was spiritual. He's up here cussing. Anyway, the English language is actually a cuss word, a curse language. So if we're speaking English, we're literally speaking a curse technically. But that's a whole another thing. You see all the things that I have not been talking about. Anyway, much Zola, much love and respect to those who respect others. Yeah, I don't care if you're, doesn't matter if you're black or white. Yeah, I really don't care. If you're black, white, if you're riding with me and my people, it doesn't matter who you are. We got our own people that are just should not be that need to shut up and sit down. So anyway, much love to the ones who got love and love me, and F you to those who don't love black people.